You killed my brother. You cowardly son of a bitch. I'm calling you out.
Are you ready?
Ready?
Hard to trigger with them other fingers, but...
I am so freaking bored, nothing to do today. I guess I'll sit around and medicate. I am so freaking bored, nothing to do today. I guess I'll sit around and medicate.
Carry on. What are we looking at? That's funny. So last night on Locked and Loaded, Rich is in the chat room and he says, sitting here drinking an Oberon Eclipse. It's a citrus wheat. And I'm like, oh really? I have those downstairs in the refrigerator. See ya tomorrow. Rich thought I'd like it.
You know what? Wasn't planning on being here today.
Yeah. So much for my luck.
Right? And that deer. Dude, I sat out there for an hour. And that's about it. I videotaped it, I swear to God. But the videotape either didn't save or what. It walked right past me. Two of them, a mom and like a yearling. Walked right past me, and I'm sitting here smoking. I got this side window down, so it probably sees a reflection, doesn't see me. But the smoke is still going right out the front window. If I would have put my hand out the window, I could have probably pet him. Well, then it walks, keeps walking right ahead of me. And I'm like, well, that's my shooting range. It's alright, I'll let it keep going. See if a buck comes up behind it. It lays down like 30 yards out in front of me, right at the start of that trail opening. Just lays down. I'm like, alright, well, I'll wait for a little bit. So I slowly pulled up the gun and, yep, just said, screw it, I'm going to take it. Popped it in the head. Dude, I severed the frickin' like the first link of your neck. Just, yeah.
God, hey, what's this?
But, so anyways, I videotaped this thing walking past. And I can't find the video. Either it didn't save, I didn't have space, or I hit like retake or something, because now I can't find the video. The one time I finally recorded, and it was crazy. The deer was like me you away, just on the other side of plywood of my window.
That is a camera, isn't it? Okay.
I told you I'd do it.
Let's see how it tastes.
So yeah, I got done early. So when I came over here, I come bearing gifts.
I don't need your gifts. I'm gonna put David's meat in my mouth.
Well, here's another.
He brought me Bloody Mary, pepperoni.
There's another wheat for you.
North 25th Silver Armas Wheat Ale with mangoes.
Now I know.
Have you tried this one?
Yeah. Now I know. I don't want you to get too excited about this one because I'll be having to take it home so I have something to sip on. But I know you've been running out.
I almost bought one yesterday.
I did about a week ago. Almost bought one, and it was the same thing. How much I was spending at the store? I'm like,
I already had a. I don't ever use the shopping cart because I know what that means. So
Yeah.
I had the little hand carry cart, and it was already way too heavy. And I looked at that, and I'm just like, that puts me over $100. You want Bloody Mary, pepperoni, or hot?
whatever floats your boat. So then I got one more thing for you, and I actually went and helped Dave with some housework.
I'll take the hot.
And he gave me some ammo and some lighters.
Here, kid, have some lighters.
Well, like old collectible ones. So he's like, "Well, who's the lighter collector?" And I'm like, "I think that's Eric." But anyway, so I went through them, and I found one I think would fit you perfectly. So, I mean, Dave gave them to me, but I think you should have that.
Dodge.
There's one problem with it, though. You're going to have to put a new flint in.
Brand new flints upstairs. You gotta have the. Never did master the. What is it?
The snap.
The.
I always did the leg trick.
I've seen people open it and light it.
Yeah.
And they're like.
I always did the leg trick.
Okay, now if I was really cool like Tardisius, L would be, I don't know what month, I don't know when that is. L of 03. So this is 20 years old. Well, I got Zippos blocking Zippos blocking Zippos. Is what the problem. Is what the problem is. And
I
if
got
I,
another
if
Zippo.
I set that one there, it blocks.
I got a really cool Marlboro one from Dave, actually. I'm keeping that one. I don't know if I'm looking for it. I don't think I brought that one over.
Oh well, I could do this easier. There, the split all three. That one's the hot.
Don't you know this? Oh, you already did break. Okay. I was gonna say, don't you know you can just pinch these and they'll probably come apart.
Like a turd. Holy fuck, man.
Which one's this one?
Hot.
Shouldn't we usually build up to that?
I debate that being the truth.
Well, you might not taste much of the other ones if it's hot enough. This is good though. It's got like decent flavor with some good heat. Not like hot, but I mean, you know, it's got a little heat for it. I don't like the things that say hot and then you don't feel nothing or get a good flavor from, that kind of heat flavor.
It's like it's so stupid you don't even want to eat it, like, say, a peanut. I've had some hot peanuts that were good because they're hot peanuts. Those ones are just like some kind of a death wish.
I like the wasabi almonds. Those are what I like.
Now, before they started going to this system, one of my favorites from Old World Meats was the Bloody Mary. And at one point in time, if you went to Blackwoods and ordered a Bloody Mary, it was a house recipe, and you got one full, a half-inch thick beef stick in it. And then, and the same with this. This is.
Well, I'm guessing they changed the recipe. There's probably a lot more preservatives in it.
That, and is it even made locally anymore?
Couldn't tell you.
Bloody Mary. I was gonna have a Bloody Mary. I almost had one, but I almost had one in place of. I didn't have breakfast. I almost had one as breakfast, and then realized I still had errands to run.
I didn't even get to eat my second breakfast sandwich out there in the stand before the fucking deer came. Dude, I'm telling you, it was really depressing. But I'm happy I wasn't sitting out all day freezing my ass off for nothing.
So you're saying somewhere out there's a baby with no mommy anymore?
Mm-hmm. He even came back looking for his mom. Kind of felt bad, but it's like, well, that's the way the world works, buddy.
Now he's done at the shelter.
He's out in the shelter. Well, he was a yearling, so he should be fine. He fucking took off real fast when I shot his mom.
Mom, you got this.
Another one of those, boom, just falls right over, and then you see the legs. I'm like, is it trying to get back up? Walk up to it. Nope, that's fucking brain dead. That's just twitches.
Nice knockers. Nice knockers. Smile Money was first, saying first. And then Hector says, I'm fifth. That's 5 firsts. Wow. I guess it is all in how you look at things, isn't it?
Yeah, perspective is everything.
Smile Money says, I know that is not how it works, and a participation trophy for all. And then he says, well, he just laughs. Wasting a whole comment for a LOL. 2 thumbs up and 2 shots from Phil, cold-hearted bastard.
Oh man, I'm starting early again today.
I got no plans.
Was
Cold on the couch.
wasn't cold hearted. I was telling you to do tequila yesterday, was it? Or 2 days ago. Day of the Dead. Was it November 2nd or something?
No, that was bad.
Oh, Bad was saying that?
Mm-hmm.
Well, do you want some of this?
I guess that since I was an irresponsible alcoholic and didn't replace my own stash. Hope that's not breakable. Actually, I know what it is. Well, I don't know what it is. My prediction is I know what it is.
I was going to actually try to pick it up to you, and then you said, I hope it's not breakable. I'm like, yeah, I'll just leave it down there.
Well, I know what I wish it was. I wish it was a green dot with the serial with the product number of a HK on it, and it came from Hullison. But
you're ridiculous.
that'd be pushing my luck.
You're really ridiculous, kid. I'm so obsessed over this new setup. It just cracks me up.
Hey, how do you make badass more badass? Accessorize.
Smile Money in it, eh?
Well, no, it comes that way. All I'm doing is putting a red dot on it, and maybe someday a can.
Yeah, because that's gonna have the threaded barrel, right?
Mm-hmm. Eventually.
Oh, those are for your
The Tokaroff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tokaroff.
Because the other one. Why? Why did I move shit?
Yeah, that has a little bottleneck on there. Okay.
That's the gun. That's for the gun that we both thought was just a hair cooler than the other one.
Oh, I know exactly which one you're talking about. It looks cooler.
This guy.
Yeah.
Try one. Tell Christine we're just doing a test.
No, thank you.
Yeah,
I'll watch the video from home.
they're kind of like the SIG 9mm round.
No, 9mm.
Yeah.
These ones?
Yeah. Have you ever seen those rounds? They're what was it? The projectile size is close to a 9mm, but the body is close to a 40 cal, or is it that I don't know. There's
You're talking SIG 9mm. SIG.
Yeah, the projectile, not the gun.
I thought you were talking about the whole round itself.
Yeah.
It bottlenecks?
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen that.
Gosh, I think J-Dog owns one.
I would think you're just talking about a regular 9mm round. It was from SIG? Is like a special, some kind of special category or what?
Oh, sorry. The SIG 357.
Yeah, that's what I was really wondering there, because the 9mm is freaking. They all look the same, if you ask me.
But it's a 9mm.
Yeah, it's
projectile.
got the bottle. It's got the bottleneck. Yep. It looks more like a 40 cal on the back end, and then on the front end it's a 9mm. They did that. Was that for the FBI? They wanted to try to beef up rounds, and they didn't like the 10 millimeters. They did it for some reason. I can't quite remember what it was off the top of my head. I'd have to look it up.
I don't want images for that question. The SIG 357 cartridge was introduced in '94. A combination of efforts of the Smith German company Sig Sauer and the American munitions manufacturer company Federal Premium Ammunition. A rimless, bottled-neck case, the 357 SIG was made to mimic the velocity and stopping power of the... What? You can't continue? Why? Why is it not more popular? Just no, it doesn't end. Bottleneck high velocity cartridge.
Yeah, same fashion as the 40 Smith & Wesson, as a response to the poor performance of the 9mm Luger LE loads of the time.
Yeah, that is one caliber I have never owned a gun for.
So they're basically trying to beef up a 9mm and
But
mix it with a 40.
as with all freaking Glocks, you could convert, what is it, the 40 cal to a SIG 357 by swapping out the barrel and maybe the ejector. See, I can't answer that because it's never been a round that was on my radar. I shot it. It seems like it punches pretty good, but it was kind of like, it's probably why I'm answering their question as to why it never really got popular, is because, okay, if the 9mm is not good enough for you, just get a fucking 40.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless you really have your heart set on the 9mm projectile.
It works.
I almost had a slip of... almost made a racial comment right there. He said it works. Unlike a black man. You know, it's the most confusing...
Well, I did not know where you were going with that one, but okay.
You know, it's the most confusing day.
You got me.
You know, it's the most confusing day in Harlem? Father's Day.
Oh, Jesus. I did hear that one before.
Jesus. There wasn't even no show prep. He has literally been in the house for like 37 seconds before the camera got turned on. Can't blame him for any of this. I just got done watching a horror movie.
By the way, Christina was pretty freaking hilarious in the last video. Would you throw away of hers? She just showed you. Oh, the little angel.
A woman at the DMV gave her an angel for her motorcycle.
Yeah.
And I tossed it in the garbage because she's never going to have a motorcycle.
Yeah, then she threw the holster.
Yeah, she's like, oh, let me see this.
Oh, that's
Clunk,
nice.
and walks.
Yeah. No, it was great. She's like, oh, yeah, this is real nice. I'm like, fucking, you go, girl. Eric needs to be shut down every now and then.
Did that look like I was going to cry? Was it?
Yeah, that was good. One of these days you'll have to go through your videos and just like start clipping out the best of the brew review moments like that.
No, you know, if I had like a team of people that could tell, I know that there's shit where it's like, okay, that was really funny, and they like data mark that spot.
Yeah.
So if you ever want to put together some kind of a best of.
Yeah.
Well, Rich, I cannot say this is my favorite of the Oberon series.
Absolutely not, but it's actually not bad. You got to remember though, it's also a wheat.
But I bought that case with all the different ones. Now, of course, this one is citrus. Well, I guess it still classifies as a flavor. I wonder if this could be. Okay. Wait for it. Zeus.
You've had that knife for a while, and I've always just thought it was so freaking ugly, but it's not a bad knife.
John Lennon would like
The blade is what matters. It's a nice, good working knife, but yeah, that's just too much color for me. But it's heavy duty too. Like a lot of them seem light. This one's pretty heavy.
Thank you, sir and ma'am.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure I know who that's from.
I'm sure. I know who mailed it, and I know who. Don't fucking die.
This is just ridiculous. How heavy it is.
You know, I probably clicked on that I really liked it, but I never subscribed to this guy's YouTube or TikTok channel. But he was reviewing what he thought was the baddest ass knife, and it's an Out the Under, and it's actually, it was intended by the guy that created it to disassemble it. So it had these like stainless steel like C rings, and you got your finger in, and you could pop them all out, and now you could take it apart. And the inside of the knife was as well designed as the outside of the knife. Scrolling and hand engraving and the polishing and the mechanism is so simple. It's like, and I'm like, okay, I gotta look this up.
It's crazy amount, I bet. Over 1,000.
Yeah, times 6.
6,000.
$6,000 for this.
I mean, $1,000 for me would be. I'd never buy $1,000 knife. I mean, there's just no way. Even if I was a millionaire, I don't see myself spending $1,000 on a knife. Now, maybe a real katana or something like that. Psh, I was rich. Yeah.
That's about the only thing I think if I had not super ass rich, so you still had to consider your retirement. But if I could, I would get a real Japanese made. And then if I was stupid rich, I'd just get in an airplane and I'd go over and I'd have some master actually, I'd watch him make my sword for me, that kind of scenario.
Yeah.
But I actually made me, when you made that comment, it made me stop and go, what is the actual most amount of money that I have personally spent on a knife? That's one of those shirts, like that crazy one.
That's not even a shirt. That's like a dress, I think.
Yeah, it's just weird how it looks like she's, naked. Well, she's not. Obviously, you can't call it nudity because she's wearing clothes. Everyone, with all the knives I have in my collection, I think $95 might be the most I paid, because I received a knife to review and swore I would never let that one leave the collection, and then of course, I gave it away, and then I'm like, God, I miss that knife. Even though I had only carried it a couple of times, I missed that knife, so I bought it again.
Yeah.
And I think I still have it. I don't know. It gets to a point where, I don't want to sound morbid, but I obviously, if I carried one knife in that box for, say, a week or even a month, and then gave it away so I'd never carry it again, it'd take me a while to get through the knives. I mean, I'm not quite Tardisius when it comes to, like, Zippo lighters. I remember asking him that question once. If you used a Zippo for a week and then never ever carried it, how long until you ran out of Zippos? And he said he'd probably never in his lifetime be able to run out of Zippos.
Gotta tell you, you know that axe that you gave me? I put the handle on it. So I was trying to spread the rib cage open today, and then the pelvic area, and I'm like, well, crap. Last time I didn't have anything special. I used the knife, and that freaking literally the bone chipped the hell out of it. I got my buck knife, and that one's never had any issues, right? Well, I didn't sharpen it. I really didn't feel like doing that. I'm like, hey, you know what I got in my truck? I got that axe. That thing is wicked sharp. Dude, it was literally cutting through skin like butter, like it was the knife. Well, and then I took it, you know, just to kind of chop the ribs to spread it open, get all the lungs and all that crap out and cut the throat. Dude, I could literally cut through, it was so sharp, I could cut through the ribs and literally stop exactly where I wanted, you know, without like cutting into stuff I didn't want to hit.
I don't remember it saying Skinner on it.
It does actually have a little skin hook on it, but I wasn't trying to use it for skin. I just literally was trying to fold stuff over, push it away, and it just started slicing. So I'm like, fuck, you know, okay. That thing was crazy sharp, and it made literally cleaning the deer twice as fast. Because it's got that really weird edge on it. I don't know if you remember what it looks like, but it's got a really weird edge. Really rounded hooked kind of side.
Mm-hmm. No, it looks like some kind of medieval weapon.
Yeah, I like it.
It almost looks like more suited for what you ended up doing with it than for actually camping.
Chopping down trees and stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Then, Cold-Hearted Bastard says, outside naked. Bad says inside naked, but was outside hoping I was naked.
Man, I bundled up in snow pants and my jacket and I was still cold. And I had a heater going. It's cold up here. No naked outside.
Yeah, definitely not. Then he says, intro babe, yes please. Yeah, she was pretty good. Then Bad says, Captain. Bad. Then Clyde says, in the mountains today, getting ready for Saturday youth hunts. When tyranny becomes law, rebellion becomes duty. Well, good job, Clyde, helping carry on tradition to the
where's
next gen.
Where's he again?
Oh, I knew you were going to ask me that.
Is he? No, you didn't. Is he in the Appalachians or is he out in the Rockies?
No, he's
East?
He's on the. Yeah, he's on the.
That would probably be the Appalachian Mountains if he's talking about the real mountains.
Somewhere in that area, yeah. If I was at my computer, I could give everybody his exact address and we could go see him.
Sure, he would love that.
Oh yeah. Hector, naked Eric on a bed of lettuce. That mental image will give you nightmares later. Cheap old gun guy says, hell, I've had a nightmare now. And then him and Hector laugh and have sex. My money. So it's so nice to hear about upcoming changes at work, and knowing I'm retired before I would deal with that crap.
That is nice.
Yeah, I get. Yeah, probably feels pretty good knowing that you've already got your exit plan, and then you hear about a whole bunch of
new shit you're gonna have to learn.
Yeah.
Well, at least everyone else is gonna have to learn and deal with.
Okay. Bye-bye. Bad video has been live for 2 minutes and has 5 comments. You have a lot of listeners just waiting for an excuse of you know what I mean. Then he says,
Joe Biden! Fuck Joe Biden! Fuck Joe Biden!
And then he says, fuck YouTube too. Cold-hearted bastard. I found out tonight the ranch I just started at was just sold. Someone bought both locations for 110 mil. Now it's a waiting game to see if we are all still have a job. Oh,
I don't know about all of them, but I would assume a lot of you guys do, because you guys are going to know the place the best, and not that they can't hire their own crews on, but take over something like that.
Unfortunately,
that's a lot of help, I'm guessing.
Unfortunately, he just started, so
yeah.
Yeah, we don't want to make him nervous though and comment.
Well, but I mean, he's still got more experience than anyone else that's going to show up there.
He also may have more experience overall than someone that may have been at this particular location for 5 years.
Yeah.
Because this is what he is. As long as I've known him, this is what he's done.
Yeah.
Actually, I believe he originally had a really nice place to himself, and then found out he was married to the same high-quality woman as I used to be. And walked away with the dog and his truck.
I think they would, if anything, at least on that kind of job, I think they would probably assess all the workers before, before picking or just getting rid of people. They'd probably let you work and just, see if you comply with what, they're doing, and if you don't, you might have to separate ways.
A lot of times it's like a 50-50. There'll be a takeover, and they'll actually keep all the original people on and just continue business as usual. On the other hand, when my stepfather died, he had never done up a will. So when he died, my mom found out that she had zero say in anything, and because the most owned entity was the bank, the bank pretty much took control of the business. And as far as his personal effects, like a 6-car deep collector car collection, and any of his personal effects went to the next of to his daughter. But his daughter was 17, so that meant now his ex-wife had full control over everything.
See, that's why, if someone close to you dies and there's shit that you're supposed to get, you better go fucking raid that house, because the government's been taking everything. If it's not the government, it's people, other people in the family. That's what fights. That's why everyone seems to fight over that shit. But
from personal, he didn't have a home. It was my mom's house.
Yeah.
That's where he lived. So none of that kind of shit was an issue. So it was like stuff from work. I mean, it wasn't like I could walk off with a 1966 Chevrolet Impala Super Sport convertible with the 396 in it.
Whoa.
Fake a title.
I wouldn't have walked away with it. I would have drove away with it.
Oh,
You put that stuff in some storage.
The only of his cars that he ever drove, which is why I personally think this is an example of the ultimate idiot. You have an elaborate car collection, and now you are dead at the age of 57, and you had never even enjoyed your own fucking shit. Moral of the story is none of us know how much time we have. So why would you have anything in that proverbial glass tube with the brake in case of emergency? Tomorrow is an emergency because I'm still alive. That's why I try to enjoy my shit, and I don't have stuff that...
I was thinking that you're pretty hypocritical. But now that you explain it, it makes a little bit more sense. But then I'm wondering, why do you have so many damn guns that you never shoot?
I just haven't gotten around to it yet. They've been on the list,
For 2 years.
I have a couple that I do have. I will admit, I have a couple.
Busting your balls.
I have a couple that I have a psychological block, and they were both owned by people that I loved, respected, and cared about, and then they left them to me, and
I get it. Like I said,
hey, at least
I was busting your balls, man.
At least with David, we just took care of that shit before anything bad happened, and I enjoy the fuck out of this one.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
But no, when Carl died, and before they came for the cars, me and my friend, my buddy Joe, we got all of them running except for the one that I really wanted to purchase.
So you got them all running just for them to drive away in your...
Oh, well, let me tell you, the Corvette had a little less engine life left in it by the time it left.
It would have had no engine.
Do you know that a 327 in a Chevy Corvette will spin the tires violently off the line, launched in third gear? It takes bouncing it off of the red line to get that to happen, but it'll do it. That was a weird. I got to admit, driving a Corvette. I've had 2 opportunities in my life to drive a Corvette, and it seems so weird because you are literally sitting on the rear end. So when you turn, now I know how a captain of one of these big freighters feels when the captain's the pilot house is at the back, and you're like, yeah, this thing it just felt so weird to turn the wheels and watch this whole car turning in front of you because everything is all basically laid out in front. The '66 Impala Super Sport was my personal favorite, but I knew because of the condition and even at the time. The funny thing is, I could have purchased the entire car collection for what one of them is selling for today.
Yeah, right.
But his ex-wife had an appraiser and wasn't happy with the appraisal, so she hired another guy to... Basically, she kept having appraisers come in until she got the highest number she possibly could.
I would have, too.
I mean, considering how lucky she... you know how great my life would be right now if I knew my fucking ex died and hadn't made a will, and for some weird reason it all resorted... Or maybe, in this case, because the kids are all... too old. She had a will and forgot to ever change it, so I end up with all of Jimmy's shit. You know, actually, this is going to sound really weird, but my ex-wife's husband, the guy that she knew for, believe it or not, she knew him for 1 month when they got married. She basically took advantage of a guy who had recently lost his wife and was sad, and then a hooker slut comes in and, blows the stainless steel off of his bumper. And if something actually... I actually...
Dusted off the old ball.
Dusting off the old ball, yeah. I've always kind of felt... I've kind of felt a little bad for the guy, but my ex-wife's sister cleared it up the best. She looked at me and she goes... Jimmy is a dumb fuck. And if you're so fucking stupid that you are just going to marry and give the keys to the kingdom on some fucking slut that you met 1 month ago, he deserves whatever he gets. I'm like, wow.
That's true enough.
Yeah, that is. But let's just say that tomorrow I got a call from a lawyer and I found out I now owned Jimmy's house and property and camper, car collection and whatever. I would at least give him 30 days to get the fuck up.
Yeah, because that whole 30 days I'd be like, swing, 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 swing. See my new car over there? How about that one? Actually, you know what? They're all mine.
That one was for Ebomi. This one is actually for Alcoholic. One of my personal favorites.
Yep.
I think that one is even funnier than Hung Like a Light Switch. But the mailman did like Hung Like a Light Switch the best. It's always funny when you see the guy pull on the camera, and he pulls the shit out of his pouch and looks at it and starts to giggle.
Well, he probably knows to check all the packages. Mail, probably not so much because you get a lot of that with your name, but any package, Probably knows now just to check because it's going to be something juicy half the time.
I still have fucking no magazines. Magazines. 2 magazines. Somewhere. Fire starter. This shit works fucking great. Especially when you soak it in gasoline and throw it on that. What? I'm sorry, that come out well. And it looks like my friend Cosmoline. This is a biggie, so this must be the...
This is a biggie.
That must be this guy. Does this look familiar, Matt?
Well, I guess just look at the bottom.
Matt, does that look familiar?
This is you wearing a condom. Fucking looks like you put it in a paper or a plastic bag.
Oops.
This, I don't think this is for this CZ, but oh, never mind. No, it probably is. I'm looking at it backwards. I'm like, this doesn't have a front plate on it, but yeah, it does. Yeah, it does.
Yeah, baby.
These are nice and lubed up too. You know the ladies love that.
And they work. They nice and moved. It's like okay. You know, I'm never quite sure if someone like hints that I should get out and shoot this stuff or not. Where's the holster?
You know what?
Wait, no, that's kidding.
You could have gone out today and shot your very first deer within like 2 hours. And you would have been sitting in a heated...
What, and carried it back like a dead kitten?
If that's how you want to do it.
1-year-old.
No, I'll let you shoot. I'll let you shot the mom. I was going for a buck.
So, how many are you allowed to get? 1?
Depends what area. In the area I'm going to be hunting, I can get up to 3. I don't know if that's just 1 per season too, though, because I might do archery. I might get an archery tag for the crossbow. We'll see. I bagged 1 today right away, so I got 1 more. I could get 2 more for rifle, but I got 1 more for rifle for the time being. And we'll see how quick I fill it up. Because maybe I will take the crossbow out and try that. Hey, dude, I was thinking about literally pulling out my 10 mil I have. I always, when I go hunting, I take my 10 mil. I was literally thinking about just pulling that out of my pocket and going like this. Because it was so stinking close. It was ridiculous.
Don't want to waste all that extra 308.
That's 30-06.
Okay, well, I'm still in sub-comments over here. Sorry. Cold-hearted bastard. I interrupted with a magazine unboxing.
I gotta go tinkle, so you, just, do your thing, do the comments.
Okay, try to get...
Everyone loves when I'm not here anyway, so, you're gonna get rid of that best co-host.
Smiley says, hope the best for you. Let's remember, this is going back to, he's not sure if he's still going to have a job or not. I hope he does. Then he says, too many rumors going around now. Just waiting to see. Hearing Monday, we should know more. Cobra says, dang. Wade says, hope it's good news Monday. Also hope you don't end up working for China. China's buying up food production facilities and land everywhere possible. I heard some political rumors on that they were trying to stop that and take the properties away. I mean, granted, it's the U.S. government, so if they can take it away from us, I'm sure they can take it away from whoever they want. Ben N says, boom. Like the way you roll, Ben. And really like her. So, used up all of Season 2 of Undiscovered Country from Star Trek. And personally, it's one of my favorite series that has existed. I think it stays true to kind of the vision that you'd expect from Gene Roddenberry himself, and not some flamboyant fucking woke cunt ass bullshit like Discovery. I mean, there's a couple episodes worth watching. The rest of it was like, well, again, I was doing pretty good until they all decided to take their little woke knee, and then I said, fuck them. And from what I've heard, a lot of people said fuck them. But yeah, it left in a cliffhanger. Surprise, surprise, which at least gives me the hope that there'll be a season 3. But I do like the writing, the storyline, introducing. This was episode 10, and they have introduced the Enterprise crew to Montgomery Smith. So, yeah, if you're a Trekkie, I encourage you, if you haven't already, to check out Strange New Worlds. Did I say that the first time? I don't even know what the fuck. I've been having a real concentration issue lately. If I don't hear from one of my back surgeons by Tuesday, I will be sending my fourth letter through my chart. Nice. Smile Money says Sunday the 5th, day shooting forecast, West Duluth, 44 degrees. Cloudy with occasional rain showers, high 44. Winds out of the east, 5 to 10. Chance of rain, 60%. It's the chance of rain that might goof it all up. But right now, Smile Money, I think it might be most in control to Bunky. Because David said that it'll come down to if she wants to go or not. Why, I don't know that me and David couldn't just go. I mean, I could throw a few long guns in the bag just to be able to have some fun. If I'm going to be out, as full disclosure, if me and Sharky would have gone, just me and him, out, it would have been a 300-yard day, but I won't do a 300-yard day if David goes, unless of course we could get Tom to get Ron to come out with his 4-wheeler. It'd make it a lot easier to make the trek 600 yards round trip to check targets. It'd be nice if the powers that be would at least allow us, and I know they originally said yes, but there's a lot of honest wokeness out at the Island Lake staffing. I was originally told that there's no steel plates allowed, and then I was told that they would allow us to set one up at 300 yards, and I don't know if that still stands or not. Salty, if you don't vote for me, then you ain't naked.
By the way, I got the next 5 nights off. I know that look of concern. No, I was gonna say we could potentially do some of those peppers one of these nights if you want.
Oh, should really need to go over there because ready for harvesting, there's probably somewhere in the neighborhood of at least 20. Bad sub-comment. I'm naked, but I need a pic before I vote for you. What? A pic before I vote on you? Vote for you. Hector, E5. Ernest 5 is a miss. And And then he says, don't fart in a waffle iron.
I could have probably told you that.
My money. Nothing wrong with being prepared, but sometimes you need to prioritize what you need to prepare. Is buying a 40-second optic more important than putting money in an emergency fund in case your truck breaks down? No.
You know, that's what I love about Smile Money. Every time he says something like this, I think, thanks, Mom.
Or your wife
Thanks for that advice.
wants you to order dinner early or buy her a motorcycle.
No. All right, Mom, enough's enough.
No. No.
I saw
No.
2
Yes.
Yamaha VMAXs for sale in Duluth. One was just like yours, but kind of busted up. Or you could tell it got dropped, you know? But it's still pretty decent shape. $2,500. But then there was this other one. They wanted $6,500. It was like a '96. It's got less than 2,000 miles on it. It is fucking beautiful.
What the hell was I? Sub-comment. No, cheapo gun guy, yes. Another optic is more important. See, I agree. No, Smile Money, it's not just an optic. It's the optic. If you can put an optic on a pistol and not have to have the plate, that means your co-witnessing is even better. Not to mention, of all of the optics, and I don't actually own one from Hollison, Hollison is the one that has worked best with my eyes. We had one donated that was on one of our Justin fundraisers, and it was a gold. I have to say, I don't want one in gold, but it seemed more crisp, more, I don't know. I was told by JR10 Desert Gold that the Hollison, because of the way they do their optics, usually works better with older eyes and stigmatism, and I have to agree. So I've always wanted to get stick with Hollison, and it just happens to be that this particular optic is, not only is it the green one, it offers the circle with the crosshairs that come off of the circle and a dot, or just the dot, or I think just the circle if you want an aiming spot, but then you want to go with the co-witness. And like I said, it's also made so that you don't have to have a fucking plate. I would show you that because my weekend carry has been the Smith & Wesson, and that had the plate in order for the Viper to work on it.
That's just too crazy expensive for me, though, for a dot. Like a scope, I mean, scope does a lot more. I see where the money can go with some of those lenses.
Well, here's the sad thing, is I don't have the money to do on it now, but as a member of Optics Planet.
Look at those while you're talking. So that's the beat up one. For $2,000. Looks good, but I mean, you'll see if you scroll through them.
Well, you know, if you had the money, well, see, that's.
Yep, that's the bad one.
Well,
that's the 89.
There's only one thing I need, is I need the right hand side snorkel. It's the only damage on my bike is to the right hand side snorkel.
Now look at this. This is a 98 6500. Look at it. I think it's got 1600 miles on it. That's it.
Oh, it's got super traps on it. Never heard how those sound.
That is a sharp.
The tire looks brand new too.
Yeah, that is a sharp, clean bike.
Yeah, that's 2,700 miles.
Oh, I thought it was like 15, 16, 17, something like that. I thought it was just under 2,000. But still, yeah, under 3,000. That's crazy.
Under 3,000 for a 98. You know, sad thing. Well, not sad. Cool thing for me is Vivian is still 10 years older than that bike.
I do kind of like the black and silver with the red lettering. I suppose I'll show these guys.
that color on the snorkel would look acceptable on her. You know what?
The silver?
You know, I have an extra set of snorkels that are just silver. Wonder about putting the black paint just on the lower half, and I could recreate that.
I just read something funny at the group thing. Did you see Wade? He said the same thing like 4 or 5 times. Brad says Wade has a bump stock on that send button.
That cracked me up.
And DFC says, edible optics in play. Rich says cheers all. And Bad cheers him. And then Bad says, I like big cans. So do I. Then he says, optics fund, aka something that makes a blouse and a blazer invisible. Poco says, hi. You know, that last 2 of them got hearts and then, like, disappeared. Bad says, a date with Vivian is better than a brew review. This is true. This time, like today, I could have gone for a ride today. No.
Fuck no, it's cold.
Has it warmed up at all?
They said it's supposed to be like up to 40. I tell you what, sitting in my stand, I was only out there till about 10:30. But even then,
Hey Google,
dude, it was
as long as you're listening to us, what's the actual temperature right now?
The current temperature in Duluth is 38 degrees.
I think it's actually warmed up.
Yeah,
it was 26 when...
Well, it's definitely warmer than earlier, but it's still cold. And when I was out earlier, I was in snow pants and my snow jacket.
I did something I've never done in my entire life. I purchased a set of Thinsulate lined blue jeans for work.
Oh,
With
the flannel insides.
I don't remember.
They're not always flannel, but they're. A lot of times they get the flannel.
They got the extra dual ball warmer.
Nice.
She'd make a great ball warmer. She'd make a great penis moisturizer.
Wow.
Hector, any politician who won't trust you with a weapon of your choice clearly can't be trusted with the power he desires over your life.
That's true enough. I like that one a lot.
I'd fart, but I think it's shit. Bad. What? Matt is starting his own channel?
I literally that's why I took the video today. I was going to put it on my YouTube. I was going to put it on the YouTube with the deer walking right by and doing it.
He doesn't need to start his own channel. He already has one.
There's only one on there, and I think that was from a year or 2 years ago. That was out walking by my dad's land. Little walk in the woods.
Bad. If the buyer wants the beer can labels removed, then you want to see some cans. Bad. I don't think she ever said 3 to 5 inches would be inches enough beer. What would beer enough?
I don't think she's ever said 3 to 5 inches would beer enough. I gotta check because your reading yesterday was pretty.
I think that was bad enough. All of a sudden, I want cake. And her with her big.
I don't really care about the cake. I'm not a big sweets guy.
With her big cans. Bad. That is a sweet revolver.
Hey, when you were talking yesterday when you and Sharky and J-Dog went out, did you guys go out? Because I know I did. You got a picture of me shooting that thing with a big old ring. Did J-Dog go out with you guys shooting that too?
Yeah. Yeah, we went up to the shack.
Okay, that's what I thought. I know you guys went shooting at some point, but I didn't know if you were just confusing, dude, that's barely on there.
Yeah, I can tell. Because you barely were able to pull it off the ceiling without your feet coming off the ground.
No, I didn't want to drop it or smack something. That was not centered. It was literally. I mean, those magnets. I'll give you credit. Those magnets are good.
Hey, I've already gone to the proving grounds. This is no test at all.
Yes, I like I said, I know you have tested those.
That's just.
Those are some pretty strong magnets.
I want to put my toe under it. But what did I do one time? No, that would never. It was just the other way around. Hey, how'd that get there? Someday I need to really. Wow, that's actually really freaking sharp. Right there, anyway.
Oh yeah.
I need to really spend some time with the polishing wheel and make this not look like a leaf spring. Oh, that'll never be the case. You know why? Because it's a leaf spring. I wonder if one of these days I should ever bring that back to Rob.
I was just thinking the other day about polishing some. Do you have a polisher?
Yeah.
I can't remember what the heck I was thinking of. Oh, that the lighter I got from Dave. Well, what would you use? What kind of compound or something for brass?
Probably just mother's polish. Unless it's in really bad shape.
No, it's not in real bad shape.
Polishing wheel with... Actually, you might even be able to do with a rag with mother's polish. You'd be surprised what Travis can pull off.
Yeah. No, he gave me this sweet... It's a little, like, the mini Zippo. And it's brass. Well, then on the front of it, though, it says Marlboro, but it's not, like, etched in. It actually sticks out. And there's, like, a cattle skull.
Is it glued on?
No. I don't believe it's glued on. I believe it's all one piece.
Well, how do they reverse stamp it? It's one thing to stamp it in. It's another thing to get it raised. They almost have to happen before it's folded.
They could have maybe welded it on, too. Doesn't mean it's necessarily glued.
Mike says cheers. Bad says Ms. B for the win. That was funny. Don't encourage her. Then he says, the filthy Bloody Mary. That's not fair. Oh.
You really like those bloodies in a bag, don't you?
I gotta, yes. You know, they're $1 cheaper and a key for it.
I'm already itching for them. I want one right now. Give me my fix.
Oh, there's only one left.
You know,
Son of a bitch.
I gotta just start looking up some more recipes and just making a mixed drink for you sometime, because I keep seeing a bunch and you have so much stuff to mix and use up.
I tell you right now, just grab a couple glasses, pour a couple shots of that in, and then start dumping anything over the top of it.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not.
God, man, it smells like dirty feet every time you fucking open that fridge, man.
I wonder how long that stuff keeps. That's an unopened container. Oh, he just cut the green and black off of it.
Really? My grandpa said that was the best part.
The green and black stuff?
Yeah.
Huh.
I'm totally kidding. No, you don't take my word for that. Some people take me a little too seriously.
Cobra says maybe time to sell the truck and get a different one. What? 2004? It only has 253,000 miles on it. It's just getting going.
He was talking about selling his truck if he hasn't already.
The guy that's got the big push bar and all that.
Yeah,
on it?
it's damn near same truck as you got. Same color. I think it's the same motor, same everything.
Does he ever drive it?
No. And he put in those locking hubs or whatever.
It's got the lockouts on it. Yeah, well.
No, I finally got a run of it. They just bought that brand new Toyota 4Runner.
Oh, I was wondering if he bought something new or had someone visiting.
I thought at first I was like, no way, because both their vehicles are pieces of shit. Well, his truck's not a piece of shit, but I mean, like, you're working at the railroad and, like, that's what you're driving. You know, like, okay.
I would not want to sell my truck. It's kind of like First of all, I look at Christine, I'm like, I bought you a brand new vehicle. It's real easy to bitch that things have to happen to mine. It's called preventive maintenance. I've done nothing to my truck since I got it, other than Rob.
Well, that's nice because you don't have a monthly payment.
Yeah,
that's the huge difference. I would love to have a vehicle paid off that I don't have, only pay a little maintenance.
Problem is I never want to have to go back to a gasser, and the cost of diesels is, Jesus. I could sell the engine out of this truck and buy probably 3 of the half-ton gas Dodges that I had for the same money.
Yeah, no, that's true.
I feel I got a deal that you just can't.
Other than yours rusting, I mean, it's a good truck. I mean, it'll do a lot more than my truck. I mean, that's a good truck.
Dodge is notorious though for electrical problems. It's like every single time I've ever, like in that half ton, that had electrical gremlins in it, and you do like find forums, and they're like,
Good luck.
Yeah, this always happens.
Good luck.
Yeah, this is what Dodge does. It's like it could have just been a piece of wire, and they had to make a computer to do it.
Well, I told you what I would do with that.
Oh,
I would take those computers out. I would just run wire. Just run straight wire.
Well, I told Christine, I said, before I spent $500 for a part and then had to pay someone to put it in, you literally could run a fucking wire from the battery into the engine compartment to a switch on the dash, back out to the fucking lights.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I would do if I had to. Instead of spending $500 on a computer or $300 on a computer, another $75 on a switch, you don't know what the hell it is. You know what? You buy yourself a switch, $75, and you buy yourself a spool of wire.
I mean, right now you just disconnect the lines that are running to them, and so the truck really never even knows that you went, hey, what's going on over there? Light switch over here, bitch. I mean, I literally could wire my front headlights in 30 minutes to a switch on the dash. I swear to God.
I'm doing this for you.
No, I'm not bitching about you.
You're back?
What the
Ooh, remind me. After the show, I gotta talk to you.
Oh my God, personal favorite. I don't know what it is I like about her, but just something comes to mind.
I can think of a few things.
I think it's those white stockings. They're just sexy.
Really?
Yeah.
That's what you...
Yeah, that's all I'm really noticing, really.
Alright.
I mean, I just kind of like brush past her vagina and titties. Desperate. Yeah. EMT, Echo 4, and Echo 4. I see what he did right there. E4 is a misdemeanor. And, Oh, put your finger in the hole.
Well, there was a bunch of wood.
Cork. It's fine.
I know, but...
Cork is good for you. It strengthens your cork fibers. I don't know. I made that up right now. I know everybody.
Eric? I was thinking about pouring you a shot, but I've just realized I don't think you need one, so I might just have to double fist this one down.
Okay.
Do you want me to grab you another beer? Or you want something different?
I don't know. I was thinking about, are we splitting this?
No, you can have it.
Well, if that's the case, I might as well keep it and review it. That's an extra day.
Yeah. That's what I figured.
Thank you. I still got the last one. I just realized I still got the last one you gave me to review.
They're both from the same place.
Weird.
Well, I've been trying them because they seem to keep coming out with different flavors. Those are the ones that It's like $5.99 for a 6-pack. They're always $5.99.
Yeah, you know,
They're not great,
no,
but they're not. I mean,
but they're not terrible.
they're not bad. And the price, come on, the price is better than anything else I've seen. That's like the Miller Lite.
Oh, fine, give me another one of
That's
those.
a Miller Lite of
Grab your
ice
cell phone
prices.
too, you prick.
Do that again. Posture up. Posture up one more time. Posture up one more time.
Hey, like Greg. Greg has some obsession with my nipples. He's like, Jesus Christ. He goes, you're more ready than my wife. I'm like, okay, go away.
I tell you what, I wouldn't be playing with them the same way.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's never given his wife a full clamp-on titty twister. Rich says maybe the OBD2 diagnostic code for the lamp out fault will tell you which lamp. Have Rob check the fault codes. It's a fantastic idea. It's so obvious. It's not like I haven't thought about it. I'm actually being sarcastic because I hadn't thought about it. But whatever he finds, I want him just to tell me what the code is, and if he tells me it's the computer, I cease and desist. I can't. I need optics more than my truck. Just kidding. Smile money. Wow, that is a nice pair of boots. Bet you Christine would like them.
That's what you've been looking at this whole time?
Okay, can you just imagine walking in and going like this?
Oh my God, Eric.
McLean says, baby want milky. Must be looking for you. Then he says, remember all the time you and I spent at the cabin on the lake, baby? We were so young and in love. Fuck. McLean, remember all the time you and I spent... What? That's a double tap completely? Okay.
Where you guys were spooning on the dock?
Yeah. I let him be Big Spoon.
Nice. That's very white of you.
Wade says,
Also very gay of you, but
Wade says I carry cross draw with everything. Either chest rig, hunter carry, or waist. No problem with accessibility.
I would completely agree. I like that too.
You know the beautiful part about cross draw is if it's not for you, it doesn't matter. It's the same holster.
I never thought about that. Hold on a second. Let me see that. No, that would not be. No, I can't draw. I can't cross draw with that.
If this was your holster for this side, and you move it over here, it's now cross draw for your lefty. All you're doing is rotating around the gut.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I was thinking maybe that might help me being left-handed. No, yeah. All right, what you're saying makes sense.
If you wanted
It's
to carry
not
two
gonna help
guns, you'd have to get a left draw and a right draw.
Yeah, it's not going to help me at all.
No, during the winter,
But that's something to think about because I do have that other one that's universal. I got from you, and actually, I might have to start trying that.
You are. Why would Wade's going? Of course, I'm fucking right. If I did cross draw when I'm in the car and someone jumps out and starts running at me with either a gun or a knife, instead of struggling with it being trapped by the seatbelt, I'm not trapped by the seatbelt on this side. And
You wouldn't be up here either.
it's easier to get in through, because I usually, if I'm driving in a car, especially if I'm in a situation, I know it sounds silly, but a lot of times I unzip my jacket anyway, and versus, you know what's my ultimate fear though?
I literally have no problem using my jacket because I wear these. I'll call this a jacket. I have no problem putting a gun in these pockets. It is so. You got a small, carry gun. It is so easy to put it in there.
Oh, there's that. Another gun. A conceal and carry. You literally could have your entire gun collection on you. It doesn't say you have, at least in Minnesota, it does not say that it's governed to any certain number of guns. No, this is always my fear, and this is why my buddy who had the series, I wonder if you can still, Jason, he lived actually an hour south of me, and he's always like, your thumb. You reach for the gun, and your thumb rakes your shirt up and out of the way. Because this is my fear. Shit.
Yeah.
Mainly because the reason that I fear it happening and why you should practice is because the same thing happens to me while I'm at work, and I reach for my multi-tool, and it feels like I'm on my multi-tool, but I'm really on my shirt, and when I grab my multi-tool, it's wrapped. Now,
You know, one of these days we should go back to my garage and practice some more. And get Charlie involved. Make that a game. Because he could definitely use the practice. And I think he's young, he's quick. He might put us to shame with a little practice.
do the laser aim.
Well, you know what I'm talking about? How we had that little, your test, whatever, when we were both shooting?
The laser aim.
Yeah, set something that we can practice and have Charlie. You know, I'll have Charlie come out and he can just tinker around with it and see how he does.
I'm probably gonna have to make that same little maneuver again that I may or may not have already done. You know those people, Mantics.
Yeah.
They've done some big updates to their software.
Yeah.
And they wanted to know if I would do a video for them. And she said, do you have the Laser Academy? She didn't ask me if I own one. She asked me if I have it. No, I don't have it.
Not currently.
So they're sending me another one. So I'll probably end up using that as a giveaway item or Patreon thing. Oh, I'm gonna have to hold her to
What
it.
is that for?
The laser aim? It's the
No,
one.
what is she sending you?
Another laser aim.
Like the whole system?
Mm-hmm.
You fucking dirty bastard.
Hey, might be interested in a little barter.
We already do a lot of barter.
No, I could hook you up.
I don't know if I necessarily want it, but I'm literally saying, like, you fucker, you like lucky asshole, you get this shit all the time, some cool shit sent to you.
Hey, in my defense, if I like the product and someone wants to give it a try and I borrow it out, she asked me if I have it. No, I don't have it.
I'm not blaming you. I'd probably do the same thing.
She's
well,
like,
maybe
she's like,
I gotta start posting some more videos of going outdoors, you know, hunting some grouse and hunting some deer and.
hey, you get your channel specialized and those people start to flock to you.
Yeah, that's true.
Of course, I don't know where this shit comes from. I had a fucking Chinese, well, his name was Ted or something. But yeah, okay, read between the lines. You're in China, though. Even the border is in Chinese, and I can't read it. They want to send me a bunch of recessed can lights that you can control through an app. And I'm like, hey, if you want to send me a few of them, I can try to use them to get the lighting less glaring on the TV. Blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, well, you know,
Here's the thing.
Here's the thing. People blog about them. What? I gotta go check out. They sent me a link. I'm like, there is people that have such a pathetic fucking life. Of course, they're probably making $100,000 a year on YouTube royalties, but blog about their fucking can lights? I blog about my cans. Like, for instance, these two are really nice. And as you can tell, it's a natural glow off of these cans. So I think when I won't be reviewing some fucking can lights.
I can understand.
What size cans do you have throughout your house? None. There is no can lights in this house.
Sometimes our form of communication could definitely be improved upon. But you know what? After having Trump as president for 4 years, I feel like I'm not as bad. I'm not as bad as sometimes I think I am. And I know some of you might comment about that, but if Trump can go and sit there and say grab her by the pussy here, grab him by the pussy, like, I don't think what I say is that bad. If you can't take a joke or a sarcastic asshole personality, well, don't watch me. Don't talk.
If you can't take a fuck, joke 'em.
Yeah, like.
What could I say? Okay, Steven, I used a small piece of foam, cut it to fit in the grip, and then ramrodded a hole for the long end of the Allen key to fit through.
Wow, I had no clue for a second what he's talking about. Is he talking about the charging handle?
Mm-hmm.
For a second, that sounded really messed up. She's fake red, though. I mean, she's cute, but she's fake red.
I'd be happy to go to the proving grounds. If I come back up, and my teeth are filled full of...
I was going to say, there ain't going to be nothing there.
That would also be
no,
okay.
With her,
oh, man, there's nothing? Oh, damn, I'm so upset.
Disappointed, but you know what?
I like a good 70s muff. You know, when they're wearing a swimsuit, and it looks like they're wearing a jockstrap. It looks like a fucking wig sticking out through the sides of their swimsuit. Never mind.
You know what? You don't got what I want, but I tell you what, a free buffet is still a free buffet, right?
Yeah, it's like in the jungle, the mighty jungle, my penis just fell asleep.
Good night.
Take cover, Minnesota. It's gonna be a gusher.
Come on, you are fake news. Okay, you're fake news.
Mm-hmm.
She's cute, but honestly, those chesticles almost look like out of proportion.
Mm-hmm. Steven. Thanks, Steven. Next time you give advice, just remember I didn't ask it. Ding dong! Steve! Oh, fuck.
You know, I'm a dick, and everyone hates me. You're a fucking dick. And people keep coming back to watch more.
Yeah, but Steven and the family have been here. And the only regret that I have is it hasn't happened again.
I'm doing this because I can't deal with you. I'm not saying you have to. I'm just saying I got to catch up with you or something, because right now you're the Rudy.
Oh, God. One of your White Russians or whatever. Whatever you made that one time and you used this. Oh my, we almost had slippage. Yeah. Damn, girl.
Yeah, I don't know what I made with that, a White Russian with that.
See, now this I have to keep in mind. If we do go tomorrow.
What are you going with?
David?
I told him that we wanted to go, but you wanted to do a 22 round, or we were going to do a 22 round one of these days. Hey, I'm really happy though if he's able to go. Awesome. Where are you going? Island Lake?
Yeah.
When?
I need to get. The discussion was Saturday was probably out, and I said that's probably good because it's supposed to be fucking cold. I said it was going to be cold, and he goes, yeah, I don't really want to go shooting under those conditions. And I said, dude.
Dead on would probably be actually better for Dave.
Yeah, but it's always $100 bill there.
No, hold on. I get that, and I'm not saying that you necessarily should have to go there, but just with the cold factor, his age, and his condition.
Just shoot from the car, that's what I told him. I did a YouTube video like 10 years ago. My plan was not to shoot from the car.
But you did.
I got out to my sister's house and it was like, oh my God, it's like...
I think that's a felony.
20 set... Well, it was on her property. And I was shooting at my own targets.
Okay.
But I shot from my Silverado, that blue Silverado I had.
Yeah.
7 years later, when I sold that truck, I still found 10mm brass all over inside of it. Because I shot my my 1006. And it was like, ding, ding, ding. Oh my God. With a headset on inside of a vehicle.
I can only imagine.
God damn it, I bet you she really wants a hot dog.
No, she's serving dogs, dude. Does
that make her trans?
That's a dude right there.
Steven says, 1 hour and 8 seconds. Laugh my fucking ass off. Steven, how do I know this is probably the moment Christine throws the fucking thing in the garbage? Let's look.
Oh, wow, look at that's really...
Yeah.
Hang on.
See, that's what I'm saying. You gotta save these little moments, like these clips.
Hey, nice.
And you literally are laughing just like...
Okay, that's the woman I married. I know it's not good for either one of us, but I took her to A&W today.
It's not good for either one of us.
I know, it's just terrible. Terrible food.
It could be a lot worse, to be honest.
I felt so bad,
I would
though.
rather go to A&W than any McDonald's, Burger King, anything like that.
I have not been...
Not that they're great. They're not great. But
I have not been to a McDonald's since before COVID. Me and Greg, after how disgusting their fucking food is, we haven't been... I bet you it's been 6 years since...
I was going to say, I don't think I've taken Charlie, and he's the only reason why I've gone to McDonald's. I don't think I've taken him to McDonald's since he was probably 6, 7 years old. I tell him I don't like that place, and it's not good food. Well, and you know Charlie, he's got an appetite. McDonald's ain't craving that appetite. He wants some fucking real meat. That doesn't sound good.
Especially, never mind.
Never mind.
That's never.
No, he's a fucking carnivore, dude. That guy, my son eats so much freaking steak, tuna steaks, chicken.
Here's a visual representation of Charlie.
He is too. He's skinny as hell, but he's as tall as me. He's 13, and he's maybe an inch shorter than me right now. I got him barely. But I think he weighs 130 pounds, and he talks smack like he's gonna kick my ass as soon as he gets taller than me. It's like, bring it, bitch.
Bring it on. Bring it on, boy.
There's a lot of old man muscle in this yet. You might be taller, but...
Oof, really?
What time we got?
Hour and a half.
Wow.
Ow, time flies when you're drinking.
Well, we are 3 beers deep. Well, 2 beers and a shot.
Well, I can get us closer to time. You know, like in the movies about time travel, if I need to get us closer to the paradox of time, hold on.
So what did you hear about Dave's book, by the way? You fucking try to control me at night with freaking hookers and
what?
And opium. You just try to fucking drug me up and fill me with fucks and think that I'm okay.
He mentioned that you were in the book.
Oh, he told me a lot. Maybe I should not have said any of that.
No, I'm hoping that he'll at least give me the same privilege that he does Christine.
He told me
drafts of it as he goes.
He told me everything as far as it goes from this point on.
He looked at me and he goes, "Hey, buddy boy." I'm like, "What?" He goes, "You remember how you and I deny that this ever took place, that you said if I write book number 10 that I lost a $10 bet?" That is what you said. You also said you have dementia, so I've got that on my side. And he goes, I tell you what.
Why did you play the medical card?
Yeah, medical. I'm playing the medical. I said, you want to get out of owing me $10? I said, just actually write me in as a role in there somewhere and not just an honorable mention. So the next time I see him, he goes, oh, buddy.
Me and you are like literally the main characters.
He's like,
There's a third person we meet that he makes up, but me and you are the main characters.
I'm like, great.
You are a cold-blooded, ruthless fucking killer. Me? Seems like I just like to have fun, but he goes, I'm a pretty ruthless murderer too, but for me it's all about money. If you pay, fuck yeah, I'll kill him.
If you pay, I'll take care of it.
That's, I don't want to...
I don't like the way that looks.
I don't want to say too much. I mean, I've probably already said more than he's wanting people to know, but yeah, he told me a good fair share of
ooh, smile money. Smile money.
Right.
Sharky could have gone right in your beer.
Ooh.
DFC, I'm waiting for Drecker to release a Hair Pie Imperial IPA.
By the way, I got an idea for this. 3 shots each. Here's the problem though, or here's the thing. You can't just do this every brew review and like, oh yeah, today I'm better than others. No. You gotta do it at the end of your brew review, after you've been drinking. Because if you do it right in the beginning, or right in the middle, or you know, the alcohol hasn't barely had any effect on you, that's just my suggestion. You do what you want, but if you are going to do this, probably when Christina's not home.
Well, that'd be another caveat.
So I mean, it might not happen every day, but I'm just saying, if you do it, do it towards the end of the review.
Here's a for instance of why.
No, I'm here.
Wow, can't believe that one slipped past the radar.
All right, now here.
Oh. Did you see that?
What? Oh, you did.
That would sting.
Yeah, you did tell me about that. That's why I wanted to do this.
It fucking dented your.
Load it up.
Oh, by the way, you're past your limit.
Load it up. Trying to think, where do I want it? I'll feel it. I'll feel it. I wouldn't want to get shoot by it either, but I mean, it's not a real BB gun. It's going to fucking probably sting. But alright, do the left cheek. I got the wallet on the right. Oh, that ain't too bad. It's smart. No, it's smart. You feel it. That ain't too bad. But I have my pants on. Oof, that was bare skin. It's still probably going to leave a little mark.
When I did that, and it like, looked, I'm like, oh my god.
It's probably going to leave, I might have a little bruise on my cheek. But
here, want to try this one?
It wasn't that bad. No.
I'll let you use the wallet side.
No, I was thinking about that the other day. They're plastic BBs, they can't be that bad. Because we used to run around as kids shooting those at each other. So like, well, now I'm an adult, now I'm like, I don't want to get hit by that.
Yeah, but our generation and between me and you, before things really got stupid, I mean, I was the motherfucker. We were out in the yard with real bow and arrow, shooting them straight into the air.
Yes.
Lawn jarts at each other.
Yes.
3 feet of string on a lawn jart. Let it go.
How about this one? You ever do this one? We used to go up to this cliff. It was like probably 30 feet high. And we would shoot bottle rockets off. Like, there was 2 cliffs, you know, and then down below there was a river and, you know, some ground, you know. But we would go and shoot bottle rockets at each other from those, right? Bottle rocket wars. Okay, well, here's where it gets crazy. Instead of taking a 100-yard hike to go down around the cliff, or taking the time to try to scale up or down it, if you were on top, we would literally run at the trees that had, like, you know, a girth of like that up at our height, and we would jump and grab these trees and hang on until they bent us to the ground. You know what? That didn't always work out. There's a few times those fucking trees snapped like a motherfucker. And we're talking like 30 feet. Granted, it still slow you down quite a bit until it snaps. But I see, man, some of those fuckers fell like good fucking 10, 15 feet, and it hurt.
I have to say, I actually never did that. I've seen it done. I don't remember where the hell we were, like a group of us, and I decided best not.
better ideas will refrain.
On the other hand, up closer, up the north, up towards the Iron Range, my friend Al knew a guy that lived in a, why am I drawing a blank? It was a pit that was no longer being used. So it looked like a perfect pot, but then you could tell where vehicles were driving in below, and it was I would say it was about a 40-foot drop, and it was straight off.
Yeah. Until it rolls out.
And this was in the winter, and we were on snowmobiles. And Alan goes, I just wanted to show you this. We can go down inside there. And I go, wait, Alan, you're not thinking right on this. He goes, what? And I said, he goes, no, I am not going to do what you're thinking. And I'm like, just drive off of it in the snowmobile. It's probably, I like that commercial that's out right now. I'm probably okay to drive. Ooh, probably. I'm probably going to stay together with you. Let's get matching tattoos. It's probably fine to drive your snowmobile off the edge of the ravine and drop 40 feet down into a mine pit. Al refused to go first, so I did. Fucking A. We spent we used up every soft spot.
You were digging.
Oh my God, it was like that moment where you were literally flying. The first one was a little touch and go, because you didn't know how the landing was going to go. But when I landed, it was like, boof. You watch snow go in every direction, like if you pounded your hand down in a bunch of cotton. And Alan's like, he just turned around and backed all the way up.
Oh hell yeah, I'm doing it.
We basically used up every possible spot over the next 2 hours and then left. There was no way you could damage your sled. It was just like landing on the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Like right in his asshole.
How many times did you guys get buried, though?
None, surprisingly.
Really?
I couldn't believe that.
That was my first thought. Like, if you didn't fuck yourself up, you were buried.
Yeah, Al, I got a problem
here. You were buried.
No, it was like enough to completely dampen the sled, and then he just kept on driving. That's
cool.
Oh, it was just... There's 2 moments, well, I suppose I should add in the birth of my children, but there was 3 moments in my life that were magical like that, and I don't know why, but they've always been on well, there was a morning on the motorcycle, but on a snowmobile, me and McDougal were out the morning after a blizzard. It was still snowing slightly, and we were going down these roads that hadn't been plowed yet, but because it was the middle of winter, there was already like 12 to 20 feet of plow snow.
And big, huge drifts.
And it was just like...
You were like a half pipe.
You were like going through pipes and these snowmobiles, and it was like, in my world, it was like everything was in slow motion. And it was like, we got to the end of like this 5-mile long road, and Tim goes, what do you think? And I go, got 5 miles to go back. It was just, that was incredible. But no, motorcycle, one of the most memorable moments. I closed my Domino's Pizza at 2:30 in the morning. We all went out to breakfast. Everybody was like, should we go back and drink and watch movies? Everybody petered out on me, and I had my FCR. And I decided to go, I went to Castle Danger, the real, not the bar, it didn't exist yet.
Yep.
And when I turned around and to come home, as I was coming home, the sun came up. And it was one of those mornings where in a t-shirt, it felt like someone was blowing warm air at you, even at 55 miles an hour. It was like this most It was like the weather conditions.
awesome,
it
perfect.
couldn't have gotten any better than it was. Then I went home, took a shit, and went to bed. The end.
Yeah, I just want to let you, favorite followers of mine know, you know, McCline, Hector. My ass
Is that the short list?
is totally fine again. It's all better.
Should you try at 22? We could try one of the subsonic ones. It's just the primer, Matt.
I think the next jump up would be a pellet gun. Yep.
Right behind this wall, there is holes in it.
The first one would have to be
But
like
we don't discuss those things with
a one pump BB gun, and then it would have to go to maybe a couple pumps, then go to my 22 pellet. Way before I would actually go to a real 22. Even my 22 pellet gun, dude, I think that would mess you up.
So you're at the doctor, and he's got the clipboard and a pen,
Yeah,
and he's like,
I like that.
so at what point did you think the 22 was a good idea?
Well, I think it was about after a shot and 3 beers.
Have another shot.
Right?
Jelson says,
Fill me up. I'll take a shot.
We need more cowbell. Jelson, here from the deer stand 5 hours ago.
Jolson.
Well,
You're
no.
slacking.
6 hours ago, actually.
You're slacking.
Mr. Mark Mac 85, laughed my ass off Christine's paybacks. Oh, that's
They
really
were
nice.
great. They were top notch.
In the trash, the holster goes.
That's a good holster too.
I think she actually felt a little bad when she found out that not only was it from you, but it was from Scott. Well, I don't think she felt bad at all now that I rethink it. Imagine that going, yeah, they're all here because they're pissed off because I got them all pregnant.
I was just gonna say, I think I'm too old for this shit. That would be my thought if I sat from those 3 ladies. I think I'm too old for this shit.
Sharky goes, here, cheers all. Hey, a 50-50. One I didn't get to shoot and one I did. Then he says, I should have stayed another month just to clean that stuff I shot. The snubby 629 was a blast to shoot. Sights are a mystery to me, but it was the 3-foot circle at 15 yards, so close enough for government work. Sharky, hey Chris, laugh out loud. And there she tossed Mr. Holster's holster right in the trash. Wow. Wow! I love you, Chris. You're from Holland? Sharky, 1 minute and 5. Wow, double ginger jailbait right there. Okay. You had me at double ginger. And then... Oh, yeah. I mean... What? Why is it doing that? You really don't know if they're jailbait until the police show up.
That's true.
Sharky with the last comment, SH. Yes, love riding the scope on the Mosin. That is some nice glass. Hugs and kisses for Dave. Love outro car and babe. Okay. An hour later.
Went to go take a piss and actually be responsible. Go upstairs. I think your wife's up there. The fucking one time see, that's why it's just easier to walk right outside.
She was upstairs or she was in the bathroom?
I don't know if she was upstairs. I didn't even check.
Well.
I gotta go to 7.5 on this one.
That's funny, because lately we've been within a very close spread. I'd give it a 7.
It's a wheat though, and see, that's the thing. I used to like wheats very early on in my drinking days. I don't really have a palate that... I don't enjoy the wheats. The flavor is just kind of a little funk to me.
massive naughty nipples.
Alright, we gotta finish this up because I gotta piss.
Okay. First in the club is Poco. At least 4 different people replies have been deleted. Shocking. Then he says, it's the end of the world as we know it, and I feel fine.
I was thinking of a better finish for that. But
Mr. 27 says 71st. Doesn't even know he's in the club. Then he says, still no multi-357 man. Jolson says 2 down, 3 to go. Does that mean deers?
if that's the case, you did good. I could have got 2 today, but I only had a tag for 1. I buy my tags as I go.
So is that 2 down and the 3rd to go, or 2 down and he has 3 marked?
It could be 2 parts of the day down. 3 to go. I doubt he has 5 deer tags, but who knows?
Then he says the 200 Sunny Slopes Club needs no cowbell. Matt already fucking had that covered. Wow.
What about the cowbell? Needs more cowbell?
No.
Jolson. They already got it.
Then he says cowbell for more deer.
Alright, for that one, I gotta give it to him. Alright, for that one.
Well, you don't want to get carpal tunnel while you're doing this.
That's how you finger the cowbell.
Just like that. Finger Miss Daisy.
Whee! You can take one upstairs if you want, but I poured you another shot. Because I'm going to skedaddle after this.
I'm going to skedaddle with this.
Alright.
Oh,
Peace out, my friends.
Oh, man.
Well, I should say peace out, Eric's friends. I suppose they got a few supporters over,
you dropped my pussy.
over here. I'll try to post a couple hunting videos. I had a great one today, but it did not. I think I gotta delete some space or something. Either that or I dropped the phone when I picked up my rifle and I hit the redo video or delete video, hit the wrong button. I wasn't really looking at it when I was staring at the fucking deer.
Boom. And boom. Okay, maybe see you tomorrow. I hate to give any definites, but as of right now, I have no plans. Now, if she follows
Wanna go
through...
deer hunting? Yeah, no plans, no excuses.
If she follows through on what she said, we're going to do a Patreon video early tomorrow morning, and there's lots of alcohol involved. 21%.
Yay!
Oh, we'll see. So. Cheers. Maybe
Hey,
we'll go,
guys.
maybe we'll go throw some of her shit away.
Do it. Or blow it up. I guess some tannerite.